Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I thought I'd make a video today based on somebody that I admired a lot and who influenced me greatly. I am, of course, talking about Akira Toriyama. He's known as the creator of Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball series as well. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Toriyama actually passed away on March 1st due to a blood clot in the brain. But we've only recently were informed of his death, actually just a few hours ago. I did want to talk a little bit about, what he contributed to the world and then kind of give my take on how he influenced me, and kind of go from there. This is the type of video that I like to start making, just because I feel like overall I've been overthinking things a little too much, so I'll just make videos that, I want to make. So let me go ahead and give you a bit of information on Akira Toriyama. He is a renowned Japanese manga artist. He was born on April 5th, 1955, in Nagoya, Aichi, Japan. He's actually most known for the Dragon Ball series, but he has influenced a lot of other animes, which I will speak about later. He, of course, made Dragon Ball, which follows Goku, a young martial artist with a monkey tail, as he does explore the world around him and he battles various villains to protect the Earth. Although he is quite clueless, this was due in fact because he had to take over the world as part of a Saiyan race, unfortunately for the Earth, as he was coming down a shuttle. It opened up and basically he hit his head, making him forget about, taking over the Earth. He was basically taken in by an Earthling, or Grandpa Gohan, I believe was his name, and raised to become a martial artist and a great person overall. Moving on, we go into Dragon Ball Z, where he grows up, he starts his own family, he comes across many new friends and many enemies, including obviously Frieza, which is probably his most well-known villain, Cell as well, the androids, which later on would join them in fighting across many battles as well, and a lot of other notable villains as well, including Daora, Boo as well, and most recently Beerus, which is more of an ally, I would say. But yeah, there's a lot of different storylines and settings, I guess multiverses that go into the whole Dragon Ball stories. But it's a great series. If you haven't seen it at all, you kind of have to. You should, as a matter of fact. Don't deprive yourself of such, a great show. He also actually created Dr. Slump. I don't have. I think I watched maybe 2 episodes of this. It consists of a little robot girl who's basically immune, or she's not immune, but she just can't die. She's a little robot girl, and she's super strong. She actually made a cameo in Dragon Ball Super, and she was basically, kicking tail and taking aims, and yeah, she's just a beast. As well as Jacko, the Galactic Patrolman. He was actually series that kind of goes before the Dragon Ball series as well. We actually see him in Dragon Ball, and he's that little alien who's, a galactic patrolman. That's the thing. That's what he does. But yeah, I like to talk about a little bit more of Toriyama's work. As I mentioned, he had a significant impact on popular culture. He influenced other numerous manga artists, and spawned the vast multimedia franchise, which, covered anime, films, video games, merch, and many counterfeit stuff as well. Akira Toriyama actually drew inspiration from various sources when creating Dragon Ball. One significant influence was the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, or as it's also known as Monkey King, or Monkey. It's attributed to Wu Cheng-en, which is an epic tale which follows the adventures of the Monkey King. His name is Sun Wukong, as he travels with companions on a quest filled with mythological creatures, battles, and challenges. Toriyama adapted elements of this story into Dragon Ball, such as the character Goku, which is obviously Sun Wukong in Japanese. He also shares similarities with the Monkey King in terms of personality and abilities. Additionally, Toriyama incorporated themes and motives from martial art films, science fiction, and his own unique imagination to create Dragon Ball. He loved science fiction and adventure, and he used humor and basically action-packed storytelling to create the whole manga and anime series. Um, Basically, Toriyama's diverse influence combined to form the dynamic universe of Dragon Ball, and as we know, it's filled with many, many creative characters and story plots, some which he himself forgot about. So there is a lot of inconsistency in his stories, or the series overall. There's other channels that go well deep into that, but nonetheless, we kind of take it for what it is. Toriyama's interest in martial arts and his admiration for the Chinese martial arts and legend Bruce Lee also played a role in shaping the combat scenes and fighting styles depicted in Dragon Ball. The series features a wide array of martial arts techniques, from powerful energy blasts to hand-on-hand combat moves, all of which reflect Toriyama's fascination with martial arts and culture. Moreover, Toriyama's desire to create a story with a sense of adventure and exploration led him to craft a narrative that spans vast landscapes, introduces diverse characters, and delves into the exploration of different worlds and dimensions. This adventurous spirit is evident throughout Dragon Ball as Goku and his friends embark on epic journeys, encounter formidable foes, and discover new powers along the way. Toriyama's imaginative storytelling, coupled with his ability to blend elements from various genres and cultures, resulted in the creation of a timeless and influential franchise that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. Dragon Ball's enduring popularity can be attributed to Toriyama's unique vision and his ability to weave together elements of mythology, martial arts, science fiction, and humor into a compelling and immersive narrative. Now, in addition to his creative influences, Toriyama's personal experiences and interests also played a significant role in basically shaping Dragon Ball. His love for technology and mechanical designs was evident in the futuristic gadgets and vehicles featured throughout the series. You have the floating cars, you have Capsule Corp, which amazingly can hold, millions of things in small little capsules. Hopefully we'll have that one day, maybe. I don't know. It could be kind of dangerous, You throw that capsule somewhere and if it's a house, somebody can get crushed. Anyway, his sense of humor and his wit shine throughout the comedic elements throughout the story, the intense battles and dramatic moments, and Toriyama's approach to character development and world building added depth and complexity to the Dragon Ball universe. He created a diverse cast of characters, each with their own distinct personalities, motivations, and backstories. From the noble Saiyan warriors to the cunning villains and quirky side characters, Toriyama's attention to detail and penchant for creating memorable characters contributed to the series' enduring appeal. Overall, Dragon Ball is a cultural phenomenon that's left a mark in basically everything, in manga, anime, and popular culture. Dragon Ball's immense popularity also influenced a lot of other famous anime shows, including Naruto, which, the creator Masashi Kishimoto cited Dragon Ball as one of his major inspirations, and similarities can be seen in the characters' designs, the concepts of ninja villages, and the focus on epic battles and character growth. The creator of One Piece as well, Eiichiro Oda, acknowledged Dragon Ball's influence on his work in terms of its adventurous spirit, larger-than-life characters, and epic battles. Other notable shows include My Hero Academia, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Attack on Titan, and even Pokemon. So these are all actually animes that I've seen. Maybe I haven't finished them, but I've definitely seen. Actually, I finished most of these. I definitely recommend you see all of them if you can. I'll go ahead and kind of give you a little bit more information in the description, or at least where to possibly see them. But yeah, overall, Toriyama's work has influenced many creators, many people, pop culture especially, You see Dragon Ball basically everywhere, even if you don't want to, or if you're not actively seeking it out. But yeah, I like to go ahead and kind of go more into, Dragon Ball overall, how it has influenced me. But, I remember being a little kid coming out from school, and even sometimes before school, or even on Saturdays, watching morning cartoons and waiting to see Dragon Ball. I watched it in English, I watched it in Spanish, the classic Kakarot and Kakaroto and all that. It's just overall it's funny. It's a very cool anime. Um, sometimes you need that extra boost to feel great, feel strong, and you just remember all the times that the Saiyans yelled and got stronger, and for some reason you believed you could do that as well. I think overall, many people felt that Dragon Ball was, a way to kind of immerse themselves in another life, and experience something that they would otherwise not experience before. And yeah, I mean, especially when you see Gohan transforming to Super Saiyan 2, that's probably one of the most memorable anime scenes in all of history. It's so immersive that you feel the rage, you feel the strength of Gohan coming in, and how his back is against the wall. And yeah, I think overall Goku, as well as the anime that it has influenced, is gonna keep doing its thing. Hopefully, we only get better, and his memory will never die. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I am thinking of just starting to create videos that I just want to make. To be honest, it takes too long, and I don't have too much time to be thinking about what I want to make, what I should make. So I'm just gonna be honest, forthcoming, and just hopefully that kind of gets picked up by my viewers, and we'll see where we go from here. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my other socials as well.